My great-grandpa Morris Hannon grew up on the Isle of Rhodes. Morris Hannon was the oldest of 9 children. At the age of 17, he wanted more opportunities for himself, so he decided to leave the Isle of Rhodes and look for more opportunities in the U.S. In the Isle of Rhodes, the jobs for men were very limited. Once he settled in New York, he worked all day to make money to pay rent for the family he was staying with. My great-grandpa said after being in New York for 10 months, I hadn't improved myself very much. A distant relative, Judah Hannon, said Seattle had many possibilities. It took 8 days on a rickety train to get to Seattle. Once my great-grandpa came to Seattle, he worked very hard and worked for different people to earn enough money to buy his own business. On top of that, Morris Hannon went to night classes to try to improve himself. He met his wife Matilda, who was raised only a block away from his family on the Isle of Rhodes, yet the two of them never met until they were both in Seattle. They had 3 children, Julia, Albert, and Leatrice. Morris wanted all his family members to come to the U.S., but he didn't succeed in bringing them all over. After working in Seattle for many years, he earned enough money to bring 3 of his sisters and 2 of his brothers to the United States before the immigration laws tightened. All of his family members that he brought to the U.S. settled in Los Angeles, except for one sister who came to Seattle and settled with him. 2 of his 3 remaining siblings were sent to Rhodesia, now known as South Africa. During his career, my great-grandpa opened a few stores in the Pike Place Market. He specialized in fruit, and some of his stores were called City Fruit, Liberty Fruit, and Greenwood Fruit. My great-grandpa was an active member in the Jewish community and helped open a Sephardic synagogue in 1915. It was called Ezer Becerra. My great-grandpa said it will provide a place for prayer and burial for their community. After raising money from his business in the Pike Place Market, he was able to help his family members in the Isle of Rhodes and to help them immigrate. My great-grandpa was a very helpful man. He sacrificed the ones that he loved and also made a living for the ones that he loved. Something that my great-grandpa said was no one gave me advice. I've never had the privilege of someone telling me what to do. I gave a lot of people advice, but never got any. This shows me that people don't have the resources like family and people guiding them like we do today. He learned on his own with nobody to help him. I want to be the type of person like my great-grandpa was. He was always generous and thinking of others, not himself. Morris Hannon was a great man, and I am proud to say that I was a part of his family.